I want to talk to you today about what is arguably one of the biggest mistakes about being a new government contractor. A lot of people reach out to me every single month, and I get a lot of the same questions. And when it's a new government contractor, I can usually tell right away because most of the time they're actually not ready to be a government contractor. Now, this is nothing on you. Most government contractors get the same advice from the same people. And quite honestly, the advice is wrong. The advice is, hey, you just need to get on sam.gov, start looking for opportunities and responding to stuff. Believe it or not, that's one of the biggest pieces of advice in the market. Just go out there and start responding to stuff. And that's how you're going to learn this market. Well, you could learn that way, but that's a really hard way, and you're not ready at that point. So think about like Karate Kid. When Karate Kid was getting beat up, and he goes to Mr. Miyagi, and he's like, "Just teach me how to fight." Right? That's the thing. Over and over. Just teach me how to fight. Teach me how to punch. And he's like, "Nope, nope, nope." He never says you're not ready for that, but he keeps sending him back to do other things. Hey, you need to do this, the wax on, the wax off, the up down painting, and sand in the deck, and all those different things that he makes him do because he's like, you're not ready for this other side of things. You're just not ready. And so most government contractors are not ready to respond to an RFP. There's things you need to do in your business to get your house in order before you respond to that. So if you jump into this business and all you're doing is responding to RFPs, you typically don't know the client. You don't know anything about what their priorities are. You don't have any sort of relationship. Another challenge you have is you haven't defined who you are as a company, what products or services that you're going to focus on. You don't have a good corporate overview. You don't have your past performance written into that or broken down at all. You don't have all those major components. And all of those little things are like the wax on, wax off stuff. Getting all of that stuff lined up so that you can tell a good, compelling story. You can have a really good conversation with contracting officers. And before you have conversation with contracting officers, you need to be talking to the small business office and then the contracting officers. Most people swoop right in to those KOs, and you can get somewhere like that, but it's better to go in through the small business office, even if you're just getting a warm referral to that KO. So there's some simple things like that that you need to knock out. Make sure that your SAM profile is actually up to date and correct. Make sure your capability statement is customized to the person you're having a conversation with. Don't just send them the same one. Customize it for those people. Make sure you've got that really good story to tell. Make sure you're focused on what you're actually providing. I talk to people all the time that say, hey, we do janitorial, cybersecurity, construction, IT infrastructure, staffing. Like they do 16 different things by the time they get through with their list. I'm like, but what do you do really well? And they don't know. And so you've got to get that sorted out, because if you can't tell the story when I ask you, it's going to be really difficult for you to tell the story when a contracting officer asks you. So there's all those little wax on, wax off things that you need to get squared away before you start responding to RFPs, before you start talking to teaming partners. So if you're just beating your head against the wall and you're not getting anywhere, or maybe you got lucky and won one contract, but now you're beating your head against the wall and can't get anywhere, it's the fundamentals. It's those basics things that you have missed. And now we just need to pause the RFP opportunities and all the responding that's going on there. And we need to take a month, 2 months to go back to basics and get all that stuff knocked out. And once you have that stuff knocked out, you can dive right back in. But don't overlook the fundamentals on this stuff. Those are the things that make or break 90% of companies. So if you have questions about this, as always, you know how to reach me. We'll see you next time.